Imagine this. A handful of grains, once feared and banned from diabetic diets, are now making a surprising comeback, especially among people over 60. For decades, carbs were treated like the enemy. But science is rewriting the rules, revealing that some of these so-called bad guys might actually be quiet heroes. These grains don't just stabilize blood sugar. They fight inflammation, support heart health, and give your body steady energy throughout the day. In a world full of processed food and confusing nutrition advice, these ancient grains stand out for their simplicity and power. Many were pushed aside, forgotten in modern diets. But today, doctors and nutritionists are giving them a second look, and they're impressed. These aren't exotic superfoods. They're affordable, familiar, and surprisingly effective for aging bodies that don't respond like they used to. If you're over 60 and looking for natural allies in the fight against diabetes, these grains might be exactly what you need. In this video, you'll discover the 6 banned grains diabetics over 60 are eating again, and why they actually work. Each grain has its own story of being misunderstood, overlooked, and now celebrated for its health benefits. If you're struggling with high blood sugar, constant fatigue, or just want to know what carbs you can eat without guilt, stay with us. The number 1 grain on this list was avoided for years, until new studies proved everyone wrong. And the best part? These grains are rich in fiber, loaded with key nutrients, and help your body process sugar more slowly and steadily. It's not about cutting carbs completely. It's about choosing the right ones. Let's begin our countdown with a grain that looks fancy but hides serious power for managing diabetes after 60. Number 6, quinoa. Quinoa may seem like a trendy food you'd find in fancy health stores, but this ancient grain has been nourishing people for thousands of years. For older adults with diabetes, quinoa offers something rare, a carbohydrate that behaves more like a steady friend than a sugar-spiking enemy. Packed with protein, fiber, and key minerals like magnesium and zinc, quinoa works behind the scenes to help your body regulate insulin and control blood sugar. While most refined grains cause a quick rise and fall in energy, quinoa digests slowly, giving your body time to respond without chaos. It's also gluten-free, easy on the stomach, and incredibly versatile in meals. Whether added to salads, soups, or served as a warm side, quinoa fits into almost any diet. Many seniors are surprised to learn that quinoa doesn't just fill you up, it supports your metabolism. It's one of the few plant-based sources of complete protein, which helps maintain muscle mass as we age. That makes it a true multitasker on your plate. For people over 60, the loss of muscle mass, called sarcopenia, is a hidden threat, especially for those living with diabetes. Your muscles don't just help you move. They also store glucose and regulate how sugar moves through the body. Eating a grain like quinoa, rich in both plant protein and amino acids, supports this function beautifully. Unlike white rice or pasta, which flood your bloodstream with sugar, quinoa slows the release, keeping energy steady and crashes at bay. And because it's so nutrient-dense, even small portions have big benefits. That's good news if your appetite has changed with age or if you need to manage portion sizes. It's also high in magnesium, a mineral many older adults are deficient in, which plays a crucial role in how your body uses insulin. In fact, magnesium deficiency is linked to a higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes and poor blood sugar control. Another reason quinoa stands out, its anti-inflammatory effects. Chronic inflammation is a major issue in people with diabetes, especially after age 60, when the body's natural defenses begin to slow down. Quinoa contains phytonutrients and antioxidants that fight off this invisible fire inside the body, reducing stress on your cells and organs. When inflammation is under control, blood sugar levels tend to be more stable and your energy improves. That's why quinoa isn't just food, it's a form of gentle medicine. It gives your body tools to protect itself. And because quinoa is easy to digest, it doesn't add stress to your gut, which also plays a big role in managing diabetes. A healthy gut helps regulate everything from glucose absorption to immune response. Many seniors find that once they start including quinoa regularly, they not only feel more balanced, but even notice better sleep and fewer cravings. The key to making quinoa work for your diabetes is all about preparation and portion. Always rinse it well before cooking. This removes natural compounds called saponins that can taste bitter and upset the stomach. Cook it slowly with a 2-to-1 water ratio and season it with herbs or a touch of olive oil instead of salt. Pair it with vegetables, lean protein, or legumes for a complete, satisfying meal. You don't need a lot. Half a cup of cooked quinoa is usually enough to give you the benefits without overloading on carbs. Remember, the goal isn't to eat zero carbs. It's to eat smart carbs. And quinoa is one of the smartest you can choose. Over time, consistent intake can lead to better A1C levels, more energy, and even less reliance on blood sugar medication, though that's always a decision to make with your doctor. So if you've been afraid of grains because of your diabetes, quinoa is a safe place to begin again. It's gentle, nourishing, and tailored to the needs of an aging body. Unlike the sugar bombs and ultra-processed foods, quinoa doesn't trick your system or wear it out. Instead, it supports your body's rhythm, keeping sugar in check and energy flowing throughout the day. Think of it as a slow-burning fuel, exactly what your body needs now more than ever. And let's not forget, it tastes good too. Nutty, soft, and satisfying. Quinoa can easily replace less healthy options without making you feel like you're missing out. For many older adults, it's become a staple, not a sacrifice. It may not be magic, but for people over 60 living with diabetes, quinoa comes pretty close. Number 5, amaranth. At first glance, amaranth might seem unfamiliar, a tiny grain-like seed you've never thought to try. But for people over 60 living with diabetes, amaranth can be a hidden gem. Though it's technically a seed, it's cooked and eaten just like a grain, offering powerful benefits in a small package. What makes amaranth special is its high-quality plant protein and gentle effect on blood sugar. It's one of the few plant-based foods that contains all 9 essential amino acids, which makes it especially important for seniors trying to maintain muscle. And unlike refined grains that cause quick sugar spikes, amaranth digests slowly, giving your body a more stable flow of energy. That slow digestion is key for anyone managing insulin resistance. It's also rich in fiber and contains iron, calcium, and magnesium, nutrients many older adults need more of. These aren't just numbers on a label. They're building blocks your body uses every day. For older adults, keeping muscle isn't just about strength. It's about survival. Muscle helps regulate blood sugar, supports balance, and keeps metabolism active. Amaranth, with its rich protein content, plays a valuable role in this process. As we age, our ability to absorb and use protein decreases, which means we need better quality sources, and amaranth delivers. It's also naturally gluten-free, which helps those with gut sensitivities or inflammatory conditions that are common in aging populations. And for diabetics, who often face chronic low-grade inflammation, reducing gut stress can be a big win. What's even more impressive is that amaranth's nutrients are highly bioavailable, meaning your body can actually use what you eat. This is a grain that works with your body, not against it. And because it has a slightly nutty, earthy flavor, it's easy to pair with familiar foods like vegetables or eggs. Amaranth also shines when it comes to satiety, that feeling of being full and satisfied after a meal. For diabetics, this is incredibly important. Feeling full on the right foods prevents snacking on the wrong ones, which can lead to dangerous blood sugar swings. The fiber in amaranth slows digestion and helps keep you fuller for longer, so you're not tempted by sugary snacks or processed carbs later on. Plus, amaranth contains a unique compound called lunasin, which has been linked to anti-inflammatory and cholesterol-lowering effects. For seniors managing both diabetes and heart health, this is a valuable bonus. Eating amaranth regularly may not feel like a big change, but over time, it contributes to better blood sugar control, reduce inflammation, and even improve cardiovascular function. It's like a quiet background player that steadily improves your health meal after meal. Preparation is simple and flexible. You can cook amaranth like porridge, simmer into soups, or even pop it like popcorn for a crunchy snack. To get the most benefit, try combining it with vegetable-rich stir-fry or a lean protein like grilled fish or chicken. A little goes a long way. Just half a cup of cooked amaranth adds powerful nutrients without overloading on calories. And because it's gentle on the digestive system, it's ideal for seniors with sensitive stomachs or those adjusting to new eating patterns. Even if you've never heard of it before, Amaranth is easy to find in most health food aisles or online. For those who struggle with traditional grains or worry about sugar control, it's a fresh start that doesn't feel like a sacrifice. It's one of those rare foods that combines practicality with deep nourishment. Amaranth may not have a name recognition of oats or brown rice, but for diabetics over 60, it deserves a place on the table. It supports the muscles that keep you mobile, the blood sugar that keeps you balanced, and the gut that keeps you nourished. It doesn't shout for attention. It just works. And in a world full of flashy health trends, that quiet reliability is golden. So if you're looking for a new grain to rotate into your meals, one that truly respects the needs of an aging diabetic body, Amaranth is worth exploring. It's not about cutting everything out. It's about adding the right things in. And Amaranth, it's definitely one of the right ones. Number 4, sorghum. Sorghum is a grain you might never have seen in your pantry. But it's time to change that. Once a staple in traditional diets across Africa and Asia, sorghum is quietly making a comeback in the U.S. as people rediscover its powerful health benefits. For seniors managing diabetes, sorghum offers a unique combination of slow-digesting carbohydrates and protective plant compounds. One of its standout features is the presence of natural tannins, the same kinds found in red wine, that help slow down the absorption of glucose into your bloodstream. This means more stable blood sugar after meals, without the spikes and crashes that leave you drained. It's also a grain rich in fiber and antioxidants, giving it anti-inflammatory properties that are especially important for aging bodies. Unlike many modern processed carbs, sorghum doesn't overwhelm your system. It supports it gently meal by meal. What makes sorghum even more impressive is its effect on inflammation. Chronic inflammation is like a low-level fire that burns in the background of many chronic conditions, including diabetes, arthritis, and heart disease. Sorghum is packed with plant chemicals like phenolic acids and flavonoids that help put out this internal flame. For older adults, reducing inflammation means less joint pain, better energy, and improved metabolic health. Sorghum also contains resistant starch, which acts like a prebiotic, feeding the good bacteria in your gut. A healthy gut microbiome plays a quiet but powerful role in regulating blood sugar, mood, and even brain function. So when you eat sorghum, you're not just fueling your body, you're nourishing your internal ecosystem. And because it's naturally gluten-free, it's easier on digestion for those with sensitivities or inflammatory gut conditions. Sorghum also plays a key role in preserving muscle and strength, something that's often overlooked in diabetes care. When your blood sugar is poorly controlled, it can actually cause you to lose muscle mass over time. That's why it's important to eat foods that support lean body tissue, and sorghum fits that bill. It provides a steady source of complex carbs that fuel your muscles without flooding your system with sugar. That's a rare find in the world of grains. Plus, sorghum's nutrient profile includes magnesium, phosphorus, and iron, all essential for maintaining energy and physical resilience after 60. The texture of sorghum is hearty and satisfying, giving meals a pleasant chewiness that helps you feel fuller for longer. That feeling of satiety helps prevent unnecessary snacking and keeps your blood sugar more stable between meals. Cooking sorghum is straightforward, though it takes a little time. Much like brown rice, you can simmer it in water or broth, use it in grain bowls, toss it into soups, or even grind it into flour for baking. For diabetics, it's a fantastic substitute for rice or pasta in traditional dishes. And because it holds up well when reheated, it's ideal for meal prep and batch cooking, a big plus for seniors looking to simplify their routines. If you enjoy foods with texture and bite, sorghum offers a pleasant change from mushier grains like oatmeal. Season it with herbs, a drizzle of olive oil, or toss it with sautéed veggies and lean protein. It's a blank canvas that invites creativity in the kitchen, while still delivering the health benefits you're after. You won't find it in every grocery aisle yet, but it's becoming more common, and it's worth the extra effort. Sorghum may have been forgotten by modern food trends, but its benefits are timeless. For people over 60 living with diabetes, it brings together the best of both worlds: blood sugar support and deep, lasting nutrition. It's the kind of food that works with your body's slower rhythm, not against it. It doesn't cause crashes or bloating, and it quietly nourishes the parts of you that need the most care: your gut, your muscles, and your energy levels. In the journey to manage diabetes naturally and wisely, sorghum is a trusted companion. Try it once, and you may be surprised at how satisfying and supportive it feels. It's not just a grain, it's a tool for longevity. Number 3, teff. Teff is one of the world's tiniest grains, but don't let its size fool you. Native Ethiopia, teff has been a staple in African diets for centuries, often used to make injera, a spongy flatbread. Now, nutritionists are paying attention to its unique power, especially for people over 60 managing diabetes. Teff is packed with fiber, protein, and essential nutrients like iron and calcium, all of which play vital roles in supporting aging bodies. Its high fiber content helps slow down digestion, which in turn prevents sharp spikes in blood sugar after meals. For diabetics, that's exactly the kind of response we want from carbohydrates. But teff doesn't just help regulate glucose. It also keeps you feeling full longer, helping with appetite control and weight maintenance. For many older adults, eating less without feeling deprived is a game changer. One of teff's most impressive traits is that it's a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids, a rarity among grains. This is crucial for seniors, who often struggle to maintain lean muscle mass. Muscle doesn't just help with movement. It also helps regulate blood sugar by storing and using glucose efficiently. Eating teff regularly can contribute to stronger muscles, more energy, and better blood sugar balance throughout the day. It's also naturally gluten-free, making it a gentle option for those with digestive issues or sensitivities, which are increasingly common as we age. If you struggle with bloating, gas, or discomfort from other grains, teff may be a welcome relief. Plus, the nutrients in teff are bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb and use them efficiently. That's a big deal when you're focused on getting the most out of every meal. Iron is another major reason to consider teff, especially for older adults. As we age, iron levels tend to drop, and that can lead to fatigue, dizziness, and reduced physical stamina. For people with diabetes, poor circulation and low energy are already concerns, and iron deficiency only makes things worse. Teff offers a plant-based source of iron that's easy to include in your diet, especially when paired with foods rich in vitamin C, which boosts absorption. Just a small portion of cooked teff can help support healthy blood flow and oxygen transport in the body, making you feel more energized and alert. It also supports brain function, which is key for maintaining focus, memory, and mood, areas that many seniors worry about. So while it's not a magic cure, teff brings a nutritional punch that targets several common weak spots at once. Cooking teff is simpler than you might think. Its tiny size means it cooks faster than many other whole grains, usually in about 15 to 20 minutes. It can be made into porridge for breakfast, mixed into soups and stews, or used as a base for grain bowls. It has a mild, slightly nutty flavor that blends well with both sweet and savory ingredients. Add cinnamon and chopped nuts for a hearty breakfast, or combine it with sautéed greens and garlic for a nourishing lunch or dinner. Because of its softness when cooked, teff is also a great option for those with dental issues or difficulty chewing, common concerns for older adults. Preparing teff doesn't require fancy tools or techniques, just a pot, water, and a little seasoning. It's as low maintenance as it is nutritious. Teff might not have the name recognition of quinoa or brown rice, but it's one of the best-kept secrets in the fight against type 2 diabetes. For seniors, especially those dealing with fatigue, digestive issues, or blood sugar swings, teff offers a gentle, effective solution. It fuels the body, supports strong muscles, improves iron levels, and helps tame the appetite, all in one humble serving. And it does this without fanfare or complexity, which is exactly what most people need, real food that really works. As more older adults discover the power of ancient grains, teff is quietly becoming a star on the plate. If you've never tried it, now's the time. Because sometimes the smallest things make the biggest difference. Number 2, millet. Millet is one of the oldest cultivated grains in human history, and yet it's been almost completely forgotten in modern American kitchens. That's beginning to change, especially among people over 60 who are looking for safe, gentle, and effective ways to manage diabetes. Millet is a gluten-free grain that offers a low glycemic index, meaning it causes a slower, more stable rise in blood sugar after eating. This makes it an excellent choice for those trying to avoid post-meal crashes or the sugar roller coaster, that many diabetics know all too well. But millet does more than just play nice with your blood sugar. It's rich in magnesium, a mineral that's vital for proper insulin function, and one that many older adults don't get enough of. Without enough magnesium, the body struggles to process glucose effectively, which can lead to long-term complications. What makes millet so special is how it combines comfort and nutrition in one warm, filling bowl. Its mild, nutty flavor and soft texture are easy on sensitive mouths and stomachs, which is ideal for older adults with dental issues or digestive concerns. Unlike heavily processed grains that spike insulin and offer little nutrition, millet is full of fiber, which slows digestion and helps you feel full longer. That fiber also feeds your gut's good bacteria, supporting better digestion and reducing inflammation. This gut support is especially important for diabetics, as a healthy microbiome is linked to improved blood sugar control and reduce cravings. You can cook millet into porridge, bake it into casseroles, or fluff it like rice for use in savory dishes. It's a blank canvas for flavors you already love, and that makes healthy eating easier and more enjoyable. Beyond its role in blood sugar management, millet also supports heart health, something that becomes more urgent after 60. It contains compound to help reduce cholesterol levels and improve blood vessel function, both of which are crucial for diabetics at risk for cardiovascular disease. And because millet doesn't contain gluten, it's a great option for those with celiac disease or non-celiac gluten sensitivity. Many seniors don't even realize how much inflammation gluten may be causing until they cut it out and feel the difference. Millet is gentle, satisfying, and doesn't demand any drastic dietary shifts to work. It fits right into your normal meals. No special products or complicated recipes required. That's a big win for anyone looking to simplify their diabetes routine without sacrificing taste or nutrition. Preparation is easy and doesn't require any fancy tools. Just rinse it, simmer it with water or broth, and let it cook until tender, usually about 20 minutes. Add herbs, spices, or a drizzle of olive oil for flavor, or mix it with roasted vegetables and lean protein for a balanced plate. It stores well in the fridge, so you can make a batch ahead of time and reheat it throughout the week. For those who live alone or cook in small amounts, millet is a flexible grain that never feels like a chore. It's also affordable and shelf-stable, which makes it perfect for seniors managing both health and budget. And because it's so satisfying, you're less likely to snack on blood sugar spiking treats between meals. Millet proves that old-world grains can offer modern solutions, especially for aging bodies. Millet might not have a fancy label or celebrity endorsement, but it has exactly what your body needs: stability, nourishment, and gentle power. For seniors managing diabetes, every bite counts, and millet delivers with quiet confidence. It keeps you full, supports your insulin response, and strengthens your heart without fuss or fanfare. As more nutrition experts revisit these ancient grains, millet is being recognized not just as a filler, but as a frontline tool for healthy aging. If you've been unsure about which carbs to trust, millet is a safe, satisfying place to start. Don't let its simplicity fool you. This grain carries centuries of wisdom, and it's ready to work for you today. Number 1, barley. Barley was once pushed aside by diabetics for one simple reason: it's a carbohydrate. But recent studies have completely changed that perspective. And today, barley is being hailed as one of the best grains for managing blood sugar, especially in people over 60. The secret lies in its high content of beta-glucans, a type of soluble fiber that slows digestion and helps keep glucose from flooding your bloodstream all at once. That means fewer sugar spikes, fewer crashes, and more energy that lasts. Unlike refined grains, barley doesn't just pass through the system. It interacts with it, forming a gel-like substance in the gut that traps sugars and releases them gradually. For diabetics, this is a huge win. And for older adults, the benefits go beyond blood sugar. Barley supports heart health, digestive comfort, and even helps with cholesterol control. What sets barley apart is how consistently it performs. While many carbs behave unpredictably in a diabetic body, barley offers steady, predictable results. It's been shown in clinical studies to lower hemoglobin A1C levels, one of the most important markers of long-term blood sugar control. Barley is also rich in magnesium and phosphorus, which play key roles in insulin sensitivity and energy metabolism. When these nutrients are in short supply, as they often are in older adults, blood sugar management becomes even harder. Eating barley helps restore this balance. And because it's so rich in prebiotic fiber, it also supports gut health, which has a ripple effect on everything from immune function to mental clarity. If you're tired of quick fixes and extreme diets, barley is a steady, science-backed alternative that respects your body's slower rhythm after 60. Another key benefit of barley is its anti-inflammatory effect. For people with diabetes, inflammation is a silent enemy, damaging blood vessels, slowing healing, and increasing the risk of complications. Barley contains antioxidants and phytonutrients that help neutralize this internal damage. It's not flashy, but it works. Inflammation doesn't just cause pain. It interferes with how your cells respond to insulin, making it harder to control blood sugar. By reducing that inflammation from the inside out, barley creates a more stable internal environment that translates to better daily energy, clearer thinking, and even improved mood. And because inflammation often rises with age, incorporating anti-inflammatory foods like barley isn't just helpful, it's essential for long-term vitality. Many seniors notice less joint pain and more good days after adding barley to their meals consistently. Preparing barley is simple, though the type you choose matters. Hulled barley is the least processed and offers the most fiber and nutrients, though it takes longer to cook. Pearl barley cooks faster, but loses some of the health benefits due to partial refining. Either way, barley can be simmered into soups, added to salads, or serve as a base for hearty bowls. You can even mix it with white rice to improve the meal's overall effect on blood sugar. Barley's chewy texture and mild, nutty flavor make it easy to enjoy in both savory and sweet dishes. For batch cooking, it's ideal. Make a pot at the beginning of the week and store it for quick, diabetes-friendly meals that don't feel restrictive. The more you make a routine, the more benefits you'll feel, not overnight, but day by day, in small but meaningful ways. Barley may have been misunderstood for years, but it's finally getting the recognition it deserves, and for good reason. It doesn't promise miracles, but it delivers steady, proven results that can transform the way older adults manage diabetes. It strengthens the body from the inside out, supports energy without sugar crashes, and fits easily into meals you already enjoy. For seniors who spent years avoiding carbs out of fear, barley is a chance to rebuild that relationship with knowledge, balance, and confidence. It's affordable, accessible, and backed by real science. And that's what makes it number one. Because when it comes to managing diabetes after 60, your best ally might just be the grain you were told to avoid. If you've been living with diabetes for years, you may feel like you've already tried everything, from cutting carbs to avoiding your favorite foods. But what if the answer wasn't in strict restriction, but in choosing better, smarter fuel? These ancient grains, once misunderstood, even feared, are now proving to be gentle allies for people over 60. They don't demand perfection. They don't punish your taste buds. They work with your body's slower rhythm, offering strength, balance, and relief without extremes. And maybe most importantly, they remind us that food isn't just about numbers. It's about nourishment, joy, and connection. Getting older doesn't mean giving up flavor or comfort. It means learning to choose foods that respect where you are now. And these grains, they absolutely do. Your plate doesn't have to be a battlefield. It can be a place of healing, energy, and even small daily victories. Quinoa, Amaranth, Sorghum, teff, millet, and barley. Each one brings something unique to the table. Together, they offer a simple but powerful shift for anyone navigating diabetes later in life. And the best part? You don't have to do it all at once. Start with just one. Add it to a meal this week. See how you feel. Because real change happens not in giant leaps, but in consistent steps. If this video gave you new insight or encouragement, don't forget to subscribe. We're building a space for real answers, not empty promises. Your body is still capable of thriving. And your next chapter? It can be stronger than you ever imagined.